lot of them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
hell, me and EA talked about fucking women one time, way back when. You can believe that.
I can believe that.
He's a cool dude. I like him.
Yeah.
He's cool.
I like Kie. He's a funny guy. He introduced me
Yeah.
to Wall Street Bets like a year before the whole GMC debacle went down, and I was like,
Oh,
I like this place. It's funny, and I watched a video about how Wall Street Bets is full of lunatic shit posters who YOLO for no real reason because it's fun. And it's like,
yeah.
I can jive with this place, and then it fucking
Melted.
exploded because of you know
Yes,
short
because
selling
of
GM,
GameStop.
short selling GameStop stock, and all that shit.
Yeah. He is a cool guy. He
Yeah,
don't come around as much as he used to, but he's still cool.
yeah, he's cool.
Um.
And of course, hot dogs. Can't not
mm,
mention the hot dogs.
yeah. Can't not mention that.
Yeah. Uh,
Um.
like he is a good fountain of memes where he's in on the joke. He's making them of his own accord. He's not the meme. He makes the memes. Is
Yeah.
that?
Towards me, I am a meme.
Yeah.
You probably get that sense because I say a lot of dumb shit. I
Mm-hmm.
just I like being a living meme. Though. It's funny because the way I've always looked at it, at least recently, is if you can make fun of me and feel better about yourself, go for it. I don't care. It is what it is.
Yep.
I don't mind it. Hell, I make fun of myself a lot. It is what it is. But yeah, I like EA a lot. Like I don't know, I just happen to be friends with a lot of them. You yourself too. Like, I'm friends with you. Shit, fuck it. It's just weird how it turned out.
Yep.
And if they're a good group of people that I like, and if they ever want me to do something, I'll do it. I don't care. That's just how it is. Um, and actually, that server in particular has kind of rebuilt some self-esteem in me because of the fitness chat. Because I talk in there a lot, and they're really supportive in there. That's one of the channels that's never really toxic. That's why I keep it, you know, unmuted.
Yeah. Like
Because
fitness isn't toxic because it's
it's everybody trying to better themselves. How do you make that? How are you going to be that guy who tears it down? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And also a little bit of it is that it's Ag's channel, and you go against Ag on threat of you're fucked.
Thing I've noticed is if you piss Ag off, you fucked up royally.
Yeah, like Ag is like I like to me he's too forgiving for his own good. Like he let grades stick around for too long, the whole Felix situation, but it's just uh,
He's he's positive.
yeah, he's positive. And maybe that's just the thing about me is that I'm too excessively negative or whatever, but when someone is that positive, I just can't really.
Deal with it.
No, I can't really mentally equivocate it. You know? Ow.
Like, it just doesn't jive with you basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. I would say I'm fairly positive, but I definitely have my down moments, and I definitely have my nihilistic tendencies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wouldn't really say it's like nihilism, It's like, I did my playthrough of Nier Automata. I had my edgy, I agree with these, philosophers who say that nothing matters anymore. That nothing matters, and therefore I should not care. But I had that moment in time. It's like, move past it. I don't really think the same. It is how it is.
Yeah, I'm just nihilistic mostly about politics stuff, but
Hmm.
as far as dealing with people and stuff, I mean, I'm okay. I can deal with people, whatever.
Hmm.
I'll be honest with you. It's kind of funny. I don't even know all the rules in the tree server because I never read rules in servers. I just go in, and if it's a shit posting server where it's it's free for all, I'll act that way. But in the tree server in particular, I just kind of have the notion of as long as I'm not a dick, I'll be fine, and that's worked perfectly for me so far. Now, obviously, I know Rule 4, and I think Rule 11 is the anime rule. I think
Yeah.
7 is too aggressive or something like that.
Yeah, 7 can be a little bit too,
Nuanced.
not nuanced, like a little too overzealous, but
And hell, when I interviewed for the organizer role, I just told Axe straight up, I don't know most of the server structure stuff. I said I just treat it as don't be a dick. And the only reason I'm applying for this is because y'all have helped me out a lot, so I want to pay it forward. That's pretty much it. If you want me, I'll do it, no problem. If you don't want me, and there's someone better, by all means, do that. It's pretty much what and he was pretty understanding about that. And I think I actually probably would have gotten it, but after interviewing the one day, the very next day is when I started having my issues. And I just told him, I said, "Hey, look, man, I'm having fucking mental issues up the wazoo. I need to step out the way. You can tell people why I'm doing it if you'd like, if they would like a reason, because they certainly deserve it. But I have to take a step back. My mental health's going to shit."
Yep.
So I guess in a way that was a mature move. I don't know, but I didn't want to burden anybody with that bullshit that wasn't in on it.
Yeah. I get what you were getting at there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Because if you ask me to do something like hell, I'm at my last 2 weeks of work, but dude, I have found no motivation to do it. Like, I am just fucking.
Just counting the hours.
Pretty much, like I'll be honest with you, dude. There are days, literally the last couple days, like I haven't been getting enough sleep. I haven't gotten enough sleep in a long time, but like, like I have to be up 4.5 hours, but fucking, I'll get up out of bed, walk into my room over there, clock in, and go back to sleep for like 2 hours. Not even shitting you. Because I get enough done that the quota's met, and that's it. And the claims I've got now have been fucking hell, and I'm really finding no motivation to do them. I'm just agitated and just kind of drained. That's why I drown my ears out with music, or I would join a voice chat or something. It's because I'm just kind of at the end of my rope, And I like this job wasn't bad, but one of the big sources of my depression, at least I think, is that I don't get out enough. My life has been confined to sitting in rooms, staring at screens all damn day. As much as I think I know about computers, I wouldn't say I know more than a lot of people. I certainly don't, but I'd say I know enough. I definitely know enough to build my own PC, and I definitely know enough to know which graphic cards are good or not. I wouldn't say I'm a fucking whiz. Like, there's a little bit I know. Like, if you named off the different types of like the way the CPU socket sits in there, because they have different ways they put the pins on there, I could remember that. But a lot of the other technical stuff, like BIOS shit, I don't know anything about that. Overclocking, never fucked with it. I could probably figure out how to do it, but I really have no reason to. I don't really play video games. But, I know a decent amount, I would say. I can fix computers. I can fix my own problems.
That's the most important part of it, really.
Yeah, and that's really all you need to know. If you can start with that fundamental base, you can do any cert you want. All you gotta do is read the books. Yeah. And I thought about that too. But
yeah.
I don't know. Just fucking staring at screens all day, man. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's why I only stare at screens all day for 2 days out of my 7-day week.
Yeah, because you work a lot too, don't you?
Yeah, I work pretty much, I have 2 days off a week, and they're not the weekends.
Don't you, work, away from your house or some shit? Because I know you mentioned sometimes that you're sleeping somewhere else or some shit. And I'm just
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like the bar that I work at, you know, it's on a lake. So occasionally we have a houseboat out there that I'll sleep on, you know, because it's like it's right there, and on the weekends when I'm, you know, when I open, it's right there. I have no reason not to, you know, sleep on it. Saves me gas, and it, you know, basically lets me sleep until, like, right up until we open, because, fucking hell. Because I only have to walk 5 minutes in order to get there.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of take a quick shower or whatever you need to do, and then throw on your chef's coats and shit, and boom, there you go.
No, I just wear shorts and t-shirts.
Oh,
Like,
there you go.
yeah, like, there's no dress code, and I just wear whatever the fuck I want. It's great.
Isn't it like your family's bar or some shit?
Yeah, it's like, you know, my family owns it, but that's pretty much it when it comes to it. You know, I'm not I'm not paid the best there. You know, I do all the shitty jobs because no one else wants to do them. But it's like, you know, I do it.
You get paid, and your family probably thanks you and respects you for it, and that's what counts, right?
Well, my family has a very odd way of showing respect, but I guess.
Well, you know, eventually they'll show it one of these days.
Yeah.
They always do.
Well, I don't doubt they do. It's just, you know.
Sometimes it's hard to see it that way.
Yeah.
I got you. I feel you.
Especially for, you know, my fucking mental state.
Yeah, because you've been through probably shit worse than what I've been through. Stuff like that. Because I've only dealt with this stuff the last probably year or so. Like,
God. Yeah.
I've always had intrusive thoughts, but nothing like this. You know, but
Like, you know, I'll be honest and say that I probably have gone through these same types of, well, I don't know, like the same types of, you know, intrusive thoughts that you've had, but I have been put in programs for stuff like that, and it basically never did anything for me prior to now, I guess, something like that. I don't know, like, it's one of those things where you technically have had medical help, but it's like not officially medical help. You know, I'm just probably really bad at explaining it, but whatever the point is, I know what you're trying to say, and I understand it. You know, thing.
yeah. And it's just one of them things. You just kind of learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Like me having all this anxiety about just randomly stopping breathing, just dropping dead and shit. Like, you know, that kind of thought shit. I just gonna have to learn to live with it, I guess.
Yeah, you learn to live with it. You just understand that, you know, this is my brain, and this is how it works. And
that thought's always gonna be there, but as long as I don't let it control me, I'll be alright.
yeah, you don't let it control you, and you just keep on keeping on.
Yep. That's just life, man. Just, you know, keep on rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And hey, it's not all bad, you know. There's good parts. There's booze.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hell, I drank some whiskey today.
Yeah. I haven't drank in like I don't know, 3 months, but you know, it's just one of those things where I haven't really felt the urge to.
The only bad thought I had today was I considered picking up my old habit of smoking again, but I was like, nah, I don't think I'll do it.
Yeah, that's I never smoked, and I don't really intend to.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I didn't do it for that long, only 6 months, And I only smoked a couple cigarettes a day just for relaxation, just to sit outside, smoke a cigarette, just chill. But that was when my friend Jake lived with me, which I think I told you about Jake. I can't remember if I have or have.
I think you did once.
He was the friend of mine that's whole family got killed, and he came to live with me for a little bit.
Yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah, that one still hurts. Me and him would sit outside and smoke cigarettes when I worked at Cracker Barrel. Like I'd just come home, he'd ask if I wanted to share a cig, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's go. So I'd whip out my old 305s, and he'd whip out the Marlboro Reds and go to town. It was a good time, just sitting out chilling and smoking. And then one 4th of July 2017 rolled around, I decided it'd be a smart idea to smoke half a pack in a day.
And then you learned it's not a smart idea to smoke half a pack in a day.
Then I learned it would make you very sick, as it did with me. And so ever since then, I haven't touched a cigarette. Now, I've tried vaping off and on, but I don't want to touch. I'd rather have the nicotine.
Yeah, I don't really get people who vape, and that's like half of the people. That's like half the people I work with.
I understand why people do it.
Yeah, supposedly it's better than actually smoking, but I don't know. It just seems like lung cancer with extra steps to me.
It pretty much is. I mean, you can get stuff with or without nicotine, and they say, oh, it's there's no studies. But the thing is that the technology's so new that there just isn't going to be any studies yet for longevity reasons. You're going to probably find people. I know they have popcorn ones because I've gotten that before.
Like peanut butter, bubblegum,
blue raspberry was my favorite.
Yeah. Like there have been a lot of my coworkers tried a lot of flavors. Because they could.
And I've thought about vaping again too, but I don't think I'll do that either.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, for whatever reason, I had an infatuation with smoking. I just thought it was cool.
I never liked it, to be honest, because like
I like this.
Yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time over at my grandmother's house, and she was fucking hell. I think her 70th birthday was my first birthday. Like the day I was born or something like that, because we were born on the same day. We share a birthday, not like the same exact day, but the same month, the same day, same month. That's that thing. I spent a lot of time there, and I breathed in smoke, and I didn't like it. And then there's my dad, who smokes who smokes cigars a lot. And it's like I breathed in that smoke, and I didn't like that either. Like I have spent probably, among people that I know, I have spent the most amount of time in a cigar shop without actually smoking myself. Like, if my lungs are toxified, I guess, then that is entirely secondhand smoke. Like, none of it is firsthand. So that in and of itself just kind of turned me off of the concept entirely.
Yeah, and that's understandable, because if you spend your whole life around that stuff, either you're gonna fall into it or you don't, or you hate it.
Yeah.
Neither of my parents smoked, but my uncle and my aunt do. But my aunt's also doing other stuff. If you know what I mean by that. She's got the old needle in the arm thing going on.
Groody.
That one's a whole fun one. She was on it before for a long time, and then she got off, and then within the last several years relapsed again.
Wonderful.
And it's gotten to the place where apparently my uncle, who still pays for the fucking house, doesn't even stay there now.
Yeah, that's always a good sign.
And I mean, I understand he's beaten and broken, and he's only paying for it so that way his grandkids don't get sent off. Because well, that whole fucking family, minus the one daughter of hers who I actually see and talk to. The other ones are a bunch of junkies,
Mm-hmm.
and they all got kids who sit around their house all day, and they threaten to, oh, your grandkid won't have diapers because you kicked us out. Shit like that. These fucking druggies using. Like, people wonder why I'm really harsh about fucking drugs and
Mm-hmm.
users. It's that shit, man. Like,
Yep.
drugs turn you into something evil. They make the worst out of people because you've got this addiction you need to feed, but all the drug does is really, even like weed, at a basic level, weed makes you lazy. It's just what it does. I have
Yeah.
smoked weed a few times.
We, fuck it. Marijuana is a depressant, I believe.
Marijuana is something you smoke when you're feeling kind of down or you're feeling anxious, and you smoke it to kind of feel better. That's pretty much what you do.
Yeah.
And it chills your mood out. Or, in the case of me, when I was really happy doing it, I got super happy and got really excited and had a good time and was really happy. But
Yeah,
that's the same
that's
thing.
kind of the thing about it is that, weed has a different effect on everyone. So,
And yeah, and at a very basic level, I think everybody gets chilled at least. But like
hopefully.
with weed, it's chilled out. With stuff like heroin and meth, yeah, so it'll chill you out all right, but it'll also fucking make you drowsy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And with those addictions, like, people just keep wanting to feel like that, and that's fine. But in the case of heroin and stuff, it's a weed's not too bad. You don't really get addicted to weed. Like,
Yeah, weed isn't really an addictive substance.
I mean, you can get addicted to it, but 95% of people just aren't. With like heroin and stuff, it's addictive. So now you've got something you've got to feed. But the problem is, if you get high all the time, so you get that good feeling, you don't ever give yourself time to make any money, basically. And these people then expect handouts and stuff. And some of them have different. Everybody's got a different story. Your
Mm-hmm.
sleeves. So I can understand more from a perspective of like a retired, like a Vietnam veteran who's getting drugged up because of shit that he's seen, compared to my cousins who, one of them hasn't worked a day in her life and just kind of did it in high school for fun, and the other one did it because he had his one outlet, which was fixing and messing around with cars, got taken away when his license got suspended. So now he's a heroin addict.
Mm-hmm.
Go to figure. And then my aunt did it just because she was rebellious, I honestly think.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only help these people so much before you've exhausted all resources and you're getting nowhere. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That shit hits home. That shit hits really close to me just because, like, I got family that's done it, and someone who was extremely close to me that I've since cut off because of these reasons. The guy that I mentioned that called 25 times in a row at 6 a.m., that's Jake. It's because he's a heroin addict and also on meth, apparently.
Ooh, the deadly combination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's also, I think, a drinker.
Mm.
Like, with him, it's, I completely understand why he does it. But at some point, you got to be able to pick yourself up or else you're just going to die.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. And that's just, eventually just got like, man, look, I can't deal with your shit anymore. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta piss real quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head to bed, actually. It's getting late.
All right.
You have a good night, man.
You too. Okay. Back to work. Whew. It's over here. Fuck. Yeah, it is. I seem to be coming back here a lot. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. Hmm. Okay. Well. We're only at 45 minutes on the recording, but it's probably going to be a lot longer than that by the time we get done. Because, this part of the game sucks. Stupid shit. Sneaky, sneaky. Bada boom. Boom. There we go. Also, I just realized I have... Oh shit. No FP. I am a filthy, filthy cheater, but I don't care. No. Okay. Fine. Great. I should just use this. Hey, shiny. Ugh. Look at that. Look at that. Anyways, robbery. Boom! Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Do. Hey, that's actually useful. Ah, shit. Ow. Robbery. Oh. Okay then. Great. 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 Ah. Yes, this is entirely necessary. Oh, for fuck's sake. Duh. Another peaceful day in Far Outpost. You know, I only kind of just realized that I never actually went back to talk to Frankly. So I'm technically doing this out of order. God. Thankfully, it was only 2 screens. done yet? Extreme! I already went there. Sort of a surly bunch. Well, I mean, they're stereotypical stoic Russians. Which I suppose is stereotypical communist Russian. Which I suppose is better than stereotypical communist Russians, but, you know, it's one of those things. You know, and I think I'm actually gonna stop.